On the first day of winter here at AT&T Stadium, it's the final day of the Texas high school football season. And to start the day, a battle of tried and true powers. Highland Park back in the title game for the first time since 2018, looking to reclaim their place atop the 5A ranks. But standing in their way, the Smithson Valley Rangers here in Arlington for the second straight season as two pillars of the Texas high school football world, Larry Hill and Randy Allen, go head-to-head for a championship. The 5A Division I state championship game, 14-1 Highland Park out of Region 1, and the 13-2 Smithson Valley Rangers out of Region 4. And with that, we welcome you inside the broadcast booth. Mike Leslie, the Texas High School Football Hall of Famer, Shay Walker, Austin Ivan along in a moment as well. Shay, it's a bittersweet day, the final day of the season, but a great slate to finish off the year.
Well, it really is, and I'm so excited about this matchup, Mike, because these are two teams that are just mirror images of each other, and let's see who's going to execute the best on the field.
For the Highland Park Scots, we have to start with Buck Randall, their sophomore quarterback. The first sophomore to start a quarterback for the Scots since Matthew Stafford.
Well, it was a long time ago, but Buck Randall had to win a four-way quarterback battle, and he proved the measure to become the starting quarterback, and he's got some really great receivers. They don't get enough credit, in my opinion, but yeah, Buck Randall doing all the things that he does, and then 63% completion rate, 38 touchdowns. That's just fantastic, and that's why they're in the state finals.
He had to win the job preseason. He's had some moments where he's made some sophomore mistakes, but he has shown the ability time and time again to respond, and he gets better as the game goes on. Meanwhile, for Smithson Valley, it's their quarterback as well that we got to talk about in Cade Spradling, but this kid does everything for the Rangers.
Well, it's impressive in what he does because he's a two-way player, and he's a starter, and if you look at what he has done while he's playing quarterback, he's got 19 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I mean, and he just totally is the calm guy who leads that offense. And then when everything gets a little sticky, they always look to Cade Spradling to get him out of it.
He plays two huge positions for this football team. He's their starting quarterback, but he's also a starting linebacker. You're going to see number 18 make plays time and time again today. 2 defensive touchdowns this season for Cade Spradling, and he has got some sneaky speed as well. Can he do enough to stymie Highland Park? The 5A Division I state championship game is on deck here in Arlington. Smithson Valley, they were here a year ago. Can they finish the climb, or will Highland Park win their 7th state championship in program history? A bit of history today in the 5A Division I state championship game. Never before have we seen a head coach matchup quite like this. The third member of our broadcast team, Austin Ivan, standing by on the sidelines.
Hey, Mike, that's right. So much respect between these two head coaches. Larry Hill said there's no one he holds to a higher regard than Randy Allen. 2 legendary coaches going head-to-head. A combined 784 total wins makes this the winningest matchup in Texas high school football state history. They're 2 old-school programs, and yes, they're good, longtime friends, but Hill said he hates playing against Allen because he's just so dang good at what he does.
Austin thanks Larry Hill. Larry Hill said to Randy Allen, he said he's a peer, but also a mentor. These two guys are very close. Both have been Texas High School State Coaches Association presidents in their history. Their wives are friends. These guys have known each other for a long time. There's a ton of respect on these two opposing sidelines.
Yeah, Mike, and the familiarity with each other and knowing their habits. And both of them talked about it in the conference calls that we had.
784 combined wins between the two. Who will get 785? Here we go. In the 5A Division I state championship game, Trent Amaya pounds it into the end zone for a touchback. And out comes Buck Randall and the Highland Park Scots offense. Randall on the year, 62% completion, over 3,600 passing yards and 38 touchdowns. Also 11 rushing scores. He has, 12 rushing scores. He's had a terrific season. Won the job preseason in a competition with a senior, Sam Montgomery. Randy Allen said he never changes his demeanor.
Well, that's what you want for a quarterback. You want a cool guy who can sit back there, take the heat, and deliver the ball, either handing it off or throwing it down the field.
He will hand it off to start the football game. Matthew White, though, with nowhere to go. This Smithson Valley defensive front is very good. Kyle Bierman stepping in for the injured Caleb Sosa. That's an important change to the lineup for Smithson Valley. But Hudson Woods, number 92, is really, really good as well. Quick throw far sideline and a first down in the hands of Benton Owens as he lowers his shoulder to get to the 39-yard line.
Mike, how about the pace of play? Right now, the Scots are just really snapping the ball very quickly. So that second down pass to Owens to pick up the first down and then right back on the ball.
Pickup of 15, sets up 1st and 10, swing pass near side. Cannon Bozeman, their leading receiver, able to squirt his way forward to the 43. PK Miller on the defensive end making the tackle. Miller and Davila, their two safeties, are both very, very good. They are playmakers through and through. Second down and 6 for Highland Park, one of the standard bearers in the history of the sport. Throw near side, complete in the arms of Brandon Lilly. That's, yes, the son, the grandson, rather, of Mr. Cowboy himself, Bob Lilly. Sets up second down and a yard. Highland Park, 6 state championships all time. This is their 10th appearance here in the title game. Young team, though, this year, Shea. Only 3 returning starters. There's Bob Lilly's name on the Ring of Honor here at AT&T Stadium.
How cool is that? It's his grandfather, as you said, man. That's awesome. And he's
Third
not the
down
first
and 1. Up the middle, James Lancaster converts for Highland Park, and they're right to the midfield stripe.
Yeah, Lancaster, man, he had to lower the shoulder and continue to pump the legs in to get that first down.
1st and 10, play action for Randall. The sophomore flushed from the pocket, steps forward, has a man deep downfield, but closing on it and knocking it away is Hunter Hogg.
It's one thing about the defensive back position. When you're far away from the receiver and it looks like he's wide open, Benton Owens, but Hogg had enough time because the ball had to travel so far to come in and make a good play defensively.
Quick correction, Hunter Haub, my apologies. Big play by the sophomore, closing the gap and knocking it away to set up second down and 10. Highland Park's offense, led by their OC, Grayson Wells, 36 points per game. They want to spread it around. They are opportunistic and they are clutch, like this here on 2nd and 10. Complete in the hands of Bozeman, and he's breaking away inside the 20. Bozeman with the cutback to score. 49 yards.
Cannon Bozeman ran a great route, and he actually made a great catch because the ball was just a little bit below the midsection where you want it to come. The route, he just reached back, caught it, and then his sense of where the defenders are and where he wants to go, scores a touchdown.
Sutton Stock, the young man who kicked him into the championship game with the game-winning field goal against Denton Ryan, tacks on the PAT, and it is a 7-0 start for the Highland Park Scots. Cannon Bozeman with his 12th touchdown of the year. Highland Park strikes first.
That's my destiny. Finna be the greatest, that's my destiny. To make it to the top, that's my destiny.
Taken down the sidelines and into the end zone for a touchdown.
If you're marketing your dealership, you want advertising that
resonates with the right audience and builds my brand.
Let's find your ideal customer. You're looking for new or used car buyers looking to purchase in the next 30 days.
Whoa.
Reach the right customers, no matter what screen they're watching or how they're watching it. It could be that simple.
But how do I know it's working?
You have 24/7 transparent reporting to ensure you're getting the most out of your investment. Automotive advertising made easy. Spectrum Reach.
At Spectrum Reach, we're leading the way in advertising innovation and helping you get a better value from your investment. We take the guesswork out of campaign planning with the greatest reach and frequency forecasting across traditional and streaming TV and Video Plus. And we harness the power of AI and machine learning to develop cross-screen campaigns backed by our unparalleled proprietary data. Our innovation and deep inventory lead to better planning, more efficient campaigns, and a better value for you. Spectrum Reach. We're built for what's now and what's next.
Yeah, welcome back. Let's go see the Jack in the Box scoring drive. Cannon Bozeman. Time 1:44 on the clock, 7 plays. Man, that was a picture-perfect drive by the Scots.
Crisp, efficient, and Buck Randall tossing his 39th touchdown pass of the year. Another look at the touchdown.
Offensive line doing a good job, making sure that Buck Randall had a little bit of space when he was rolling out to his left. And then I love the catch by Bozeman. That wasn't an easy catch. He was down and away off the left hip, caught the ball with his hands, and then had the speed, the top end speed, to turn it into a touchdown.
Reese Tiffany to kick it away for Highland Park. Hunter Haug and Brody Day deep to return. Short kickoff. Haug's going to come forward on it, catches it, and plunges forward to the 39. It will be good starting field position for Cade Spradling and the Smithson Valley Rangers offense. 43.5 points per game under their offensive coordinator Glenn Hill. Spradling on the year, 19 touchdown passes, 19 touchdown runs. He's their leading rusher on the year with 957 yards on the ground. This kid does everything.
Well, he really does. And I mean, the two-way player at this level, Mike, I mean, it's truly a feat that he is doing it, and doing it as well as he does.
We'll start with a pass near side for Brody Day. Athletic senior wide receiver. Boyanovsky runs him out of bounds after a pickup of 3. Brody Day is a fun one. Larry Hill said you look at him and he just kind of looks like another guy named Joe. But then you watch him play. He is an absolute athlete. He said anything he picks up, he's good at. They just kind of threw him out there in a bunch of different track and field events and just picked it up like it was nothing.
Yeah, so the biggest thing for me is he averages 22.5 yards per catch.
Miscommunication here. Spradling's just going to take it himself. And this is what Cade Spradling can do. Broken play, no matter. Into Highland Park territory for 18.
Well, it looked like that play was going to get blown up in the backfield, but Cade Spradling does a pirouette, goes up. Nope, not that way. Lowered the shoulders, saw the crease, picked up big yards. That's what they expect from him on every play. Truly every play. They built the plane out of Cade Spradling. And he picks up the first down. In there was Sowersby, the terrific running back who didn't play a year ago in this state championship game. Broke his collarbone in the state semifinal. Spradling complete today, close to first down yardage. Will be a hair shot. So let's take a look at our Ford Impact players.
Jack Morse, the senior linebacker, on his way to Brown, real leader of this football team. Jay, he's terrific. Second down and a yard. Ocean man is Carvajal. Sowersby with his first toe to the day and into the second level. Brad Sowersby to the 17.
Going to run there by De Hoyos. Great job making that back cut. Having the vision. No, that's Sowersby, excuse me.
Sets up 1st and 17 for Smithson Valley, one of the real standard bearers down in San Antonio. 5th state championship appearance for this program under Larry Hill. 2nd straight year here at AT&T Stadium. Motion man is Miller. Handoff Sowersby again. This time bottled up right at the line of scrimmage. This was one of the questions coming into the day. Can Smithson Valley run the ball on Highland Park? Denton Ryan's a very good running team. Highland Park shut him down a week ago.
Yeah, they did, and that was they did a very, very sound Denton Ryan team.
Terrific offensive line that the Raiders have in Highland Park. Daniel Turner, Amin El Ahmadi, Hank Lee, their defensive front, Jack Morris, Anders Korn, 2 stud linebackers. They were able to bow up and stop that Denton Ryan ground game. We've already seen Sowersby and Spradling pop big gains. Can they maintain that running game all day long? Quarterback draw. Spradling breaks the first tackle, plunges forward to the 15. Jack Morris there to make the tackle.
Yeah, there was somebody from the front line there for Highland Park that got in and around the ankles of Spradling. But arm tackles are not going to bring this guy down. You have got to hit him, wrap him up, and get him to the ground if you want to tackle him.
3rd down and 9. Good crowd on hand here at AT&T Stadium, and the Highland Park side bringing the noise. Smithson Valley's got to get to the 7 to convert the 1st down. Spradling going to take off and run for it. Lowers his shoulder to the 10. Will not have enough for the 1st down. It's going to be 4th and about 3.
Bo Jones on the tackle to keep Spradling from making that 1st down. Looked like a design run the whole way.
Yeah.
Stacked everybody up. They all went down the field on pass routes, and
that's going to set up Amaya from the left hash. A 27-yard attempt. And Amaya, a very talented kicker, puts it through, and Smithson Valley is on the board. (7-3) midway through the opening quarter of the 5A Division I state championship game. Larry Hill's team paying off their opening possession with a field goal, down 7-3 midway through the 1st. 8 plays, 51 yards on the scoring drive. Amaya capping it off. Show you where Smithson Valley is on the map of Texas, just north of San Antonio. There really is no town of Smithson Valley. They're a cobbled together unit of like 5 or 6 different towns. But with the success that they have had as a program, they have turned Smithson Valley into a thing.
And they have. And Larry Hill at 30 years coaching Smithson Hill. I mean, that's just fantastic.
324 wins in his career. The only thing he hasn't done is win a state championship. 4 times here, 2 very, very close losses. Overtime to Denton Ryan, 42-35. Lost on a last-second field goal to South Lake Carroll back in the early 2000s. They've been so very close. Another crack at it today. Highland Park goes back on the attack. Randy Allen's team efficient on their first drive.
It seems like, again, we're talking about mirror images of each other in the open. And Mike, the offensive lines look very similar. It's not just what they do, it's how they do it. And the same thing for Smithson Valley. And there's going to be some tweaks and things in this game as we go along, but so far as scripted.
1st and 10 handoff. Matthew White running left. Run out of bounds by Hunter Howe. Smithson Valley's got a lot of talent on the defensive side of the ball. Certainly Spradling starts the equation, but Caleb Piegler, Colton Hornsby, 2 really good linebackers. And the thing that both Craig Worsterford, their defensive coordinator, and Larry Hill said, they trust each other to do their own jobs, which allows everybody to fly to the football like this. The completion to Cannon Bozeman. Helmet flies off. Julian Colunga with the tackle. It's going to be 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, got a 4-yard gain on that pass. Closing speed by Julian Kalunga, senior cornerback.
3rd and 3. They try to set up the screen, nowhere for Randall to go, trying to get out the back door. Randall tripped up short of the line to gain, 4th down.
Great pressure by the defense. First of all, then they just blew up the pass play. Hudson Woods flushing him out of the pocket, then ends up finishing it off.
Hudson Woods is the player to watch on the defensive line for Smithson Valley. 20 tackles for loss on the year, 13 sacks. He is terrific. And he created the pressure and blew that play up and forces the Highland Park punt. William Whitaker set to kick it away. 2 men deep for Smithson Valley. Diego Davila. They fake it. They snap it to the up back. They're going to spot him short. Smithson Valley with the stop. The gamble for Highland Park does not pay off. Angus Wall taken down short of the line to gain.
That's a brave call, but Angus Wall just goes down and not enough juice to pick up the first down.
And it's Hudson Woods again who makes the play. Everybody in the building surprised by the fake except for Hudson Woods, and Smithson Valley takes over in plus territory. You see it on your screen there, 10.2 points per game over their last 10 games. They fake the option pitch. Spradling twists his way to the 30, a pickup of 4. Just to put a bow on the stud defensive end for Smithson Valley, Hudson Woods, multiple D1 offers, Baylor, Cal, Houston, Kansas State, North Texas. He is a stud, and he made a couple of huge plays to get the ball back for Smithson Valley. 2nd down and 6. Coming near side with Sowersby. Makes a man miss, and he's got the first down.
Had to climb the ladder, running from the hash mark all the way to the numbers and then to the boundary line. Bouncing outside, but he's picking up positive yards as he's going along. Sowersby making a good move there. Great job of running and picking up what the defense is giving you.
There were questions about Brady Ray's health coming into this one. He's able to get out there on the field, but Sowersby able to make a miss there and pick up the first down at the 22. He'll get the handoff again, this time bottled up inside. Maybe gained a foot. Hank Lee, first on the scene. Highland Park's defense giving up 16 points per game.
Well, and that front 3 is just amazing. I know you mentioned it earlier, but Hank Lee, Amin El-Amadi, and Daniel Turner, all of those guys about the same height and weight. Man, they're a terror for offenses.
Turner, the bellwether of the group, the captain, a senior leader for that defensive line. They've got 5 guys up on the line of scrimmage here. They fake it, they reverse it, coming near side in the hands of P.K. Miller. Hops his way over the pile to the 17-yard line, giving 4 on the carry. Anders Korn and Jack Morris on the tackle. That's a variation of the play that they ran as a quarterback keeper, the sweep for the game-winning touchdown in the state semifinal. This time they run it as the reverse to Miller.
Yeah, Miller, he's a pretty versatile athlete as well. And good job of him making a little bit out of nothing, because real estate got really tight when you got down below the numbers.
3rd and 6 for Spradling in this Smithson Valley offense. Down to 6 on the play clock, and they're going to have to burn a timeout. It's still only the first quarter, but this feels like a pretty crucial 3rd down and 6 just for Smithson Valley from a confidence perspective, coming off of last year in the state championship game, losing 51-8 to Aledo. To show, hey, let's go punch it in the end zone and show that we can take a lead in a championship game here against a team from the DFW area. Let's head down to Austin on the sideline.
Mike, all postseason, Smithson Valley has been climbing the ladder, trying to get to the top, and here they are. You can see after every win, they put their mark on the billboard, getting closer and closer to being at AT&T Stadium. Coach Hill explained there's different types of playoff teams. He said first there's the ones that just spend all the time congratulating themselves. They don't get very far. Then there's the ones that are beat down. They're trying to get excited, but they just are too drained to get all the way. And then there's the group that is embracing this opportunity. They're ready for the long haul, and he feels like his group is that third group. They have been locked in all postseason, climbing the ladder, and they are almost to the top of it.
You can see there was some open space at the bottom right corner of that billboard where they would certainly love to put a category called champions. A win today, and they can finally put a number underneath that. 3rd and 6 out of the timeout. Day in and out of his hands. Brody Day, a terrific wide receiver, but just couldn't squeeze it. Jonathan Boyanovsky there in coverage, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, that's a catch that Brody Day makes most of the time. Good throw, right in the hands, just not able to come down with it.
You can see the frustration from Day. They'll bring Amaya out again, a 35-yard attempt, this time on the money. And Smithson Valley narrows the gap to a point, 7-6 with under 3 minutes to play here in this first quarter.
Well, they got to stop on downs, did the Rangers, and they take it down. And just like you said, Mike, kick field goal, still down 1 point, but positive things coming on that drive for Smithson Valley.
Smithson Valley does pay off the wayward fake punt for Highland Park with the field goal. They certainly would have loved to go get 6, but points just the same off the big stop by Hudson Woods. Give you another look at the fake.
Everything looked good with the exception of Hudson Woods coming down the line of scrimmage and just absolutely blowing it up. Gutsy call there by Coach Allen.
One of the best to ever do it, Larry Hill said. By the time he's all said and done, Randy Allen is almost assuredly going to be the all-time record holder for wins in Texas high school football state history. The Highland Park Scots, right in the heart of DFW. Short drive here to the stadium for their fans. This is a big couple hours for the Park Cities, with Highland Park playing in the state championship game, and you've got SMU playing Penn State right now at the same time. There's some, I got to imagine there's some people on the far side that are also, in their phones keeping tabs on SMU and Penn State right now.
Yeah.
Highland Park, the 3-point win over Denton Ryan to get here today. 1st and 10 handoff for Lancaster. Hornsby around his legs. Just 2 on the carry. Spradling eyes in on Randall as he fires deep over the middle, has a man behind the defense. On the run, it's Benton Owens. Touchdown, Highland Park, 73 yards.
Benton Owens out on the corner, man-to-man coverage, got behind the defender, and that was a perfect pass from Buck Randall to hit him in stride and let him do the rest of the work.
Earlier in the game, they had beaten Hunter Haug, and the ball was a little underthrown, and it gave Haug the opportunity to get back and knock it away. They must have talked about that on the sideline. Hey, just put that ball out in front, and I'll go get it. And sure enough, Randall hits Owens for the touchdown. PAT from Sutton Stock is up and through. 14-6, Highland Park. 2:19 first quarter, and the Scots offense is looking pretty sharp here in the early going.
Yeah, that was a perfect pass. The trajectory was fantastic. Spinning the ball off. Sophomore quarterbacks growing up a lot this season.
I talked with Craig Worsterford, the defensive coordinator for Smithson Valley, before the game. I said, what are your impressions of Randall? And he was very impressed. He said, I know he's a sophomore, but it's week 17 of the high school football season. Nobody's a sophomore anymore. He's not inexperienced anymore. He's a really, really good quarterback. And we have seen at points, even during this playoff run for Highland Park, where Randall has had an early mistake or two, thrown a couple interceptions early on in games, and then he'd finish so strong and help Highland Park come back and get the win. Today, a very strong start for the Sophomore.
Absolutely, and Benton Owens helping his quarterback out, averaging 20 yards per catch. That's crazy numbers right there.
Short kickoff to Haug at the 26. He's going to run to the far side, trying to find an alley. Falls forward to the 34. So Smithson Valley, one drive down the field to set up one field goal. The short drive off the fake punt for another. But now down by a score, 14-6, as they take over at their own 34. What's the thought process in your mind? What should be the game plan here for Glen Hill in this Rangers offense?
I wouldn't do anything different than what we've been doing. It's working. Okay, you just need another play, or you need one of your playmakers to make a better play. This is not the time to go crazy and start changing up stuff. Do what you're doing and do it well. You've got 2 scoring drives. You just need to put a touchdown on the board.
That is one of the trademarks of Smithson Valley with Larry Hill, Glen Hill, his nephew. They are patient. They will stick with the game plan, and they do here as they run it with Spradling on the quarterback sweep for another first down. 14 yards on the carry.
And the wide receivers, this is a run all the way, getting downfield, making some good blocks. I think it's Angus Wall who stepped in there. Man, he got ran over. But you know what? I love that heart and that effort, because if he doesn't make that tackle, Spradling's got a lot more yardage to pick up. And good job there by Angus Wall.
Spradling will come out for a second, so Ty Knutson, the sophomore, will step in and hand off here for Sowersby coming near side. Strung out nicely by Bo Jones and Anders Korn. Maybe a gain of a yard. Knutson, the sophomore, will come in every 3rd or 4th series for Smithson Valley and play quarterback. That speaks to the value of Cade Spradling and what a great athlete he is, that they spell him at quarterback, not at linebacker.
Well, you know, you got to give the guy a break somewhere. And if you have Knutson, who we were watching in pregame, that guy's got an arm, man. He can throw the football. And if that's where you want to take your breather for your quarterback, I would go with number 2.
They'll go to the air here. Good throw, but in and out of the hands of the intended target, Brody Day. The tip was dangerous, as there were several blue jerseys in the area, but it falls harmlessly incomplete.
Yeah, Brody Day is only 5'10". That ball, it's way over his head. He makes a jump, valiant effort to try to catch the football, but just not enough hops. A little too high on that pass.
Third and 9. 3-man rush. Steps up in the pocket. It's knocked away. Highland Park's going to pounce on it just in case. Scots are signaling that's a fumble in their football. Officials say incomplete.
Ruled as an incomplete pass.
Yeah, Knutson rolling out to his right, feeling a lot of pressure, but yeah, the arm's going forward.
Amin El Amadi and Thomas Cook combining on the pressure and getting a hand on the arm of Knutson. 4th down, and Highland Park forces a punt. Amaya, the kicker, the punter as well. Sends this one end over end on a line. Hopping inside the 20 and checking up right there. Shay, this was a battle of 2 defenses coming in. So far, we've seen both defenses have their moments, but it's felt like Highland Park has had the better of things so far defensively.
Well, the big play to Benton Owens was just tremendous, and that really kind of set the tone now for the game. Smithson Valley is going to have to start doing some things defensively to kind of slow this Scots offense down.
Then they get pressure on Buck Randall, who 6 of 7 of the day is picked, intercepted, and a walk-in touchdown for Julian Kalunga. Smithson Valley with a lightning strike. yards on the return for the senior. His 4th interception of the year, his 3rd defensive touchdown.
Well, that'll bring a little bit of life back in the building. Buck Randall there, not really looking off the defender. And Kalunga do just a fantastic job. Read the quarterback's eyes. He had it all the way.
For Smithson Valley, that is their 12th defensive touchdown of the season. They give up 11.7 points per game on the year.
That's impressive, obviously. You keep people under 17, 20 points a game. It's a big good look. Kalunga did it. He read the ball beautifully, trying to get it pass out to Brandon Lilly. Kalunga read the quarterback's eyes, followed the route of the ball, made a really great catch, outstretched arms, turned on the gas, got it into the end zone.
The reaction of the fans in the background was pure theater, watching that group react to the pick 6 from Kalunga. And Smithson Valley narrows the gap to a point once again. The 11th interception of the year for Buck Randall. The sophomore starting quarterback, we mentioned it earlier, first sophomore starter for Highland Park since Matthew Stafford back in 2003. He has had a marvelous season. Please do not misunderstand me. But there have been moments where sophomores make sophomore mistakes. That's nothing against Buck Randall. That's all sophomores.
Not at all.
But he's had some times during this playoff run where it's popped. He threw a pick 6 in the state semifinal against Denton Ryan and throws one here. And now he and his team have to respond. He's done a great job of responding so far. How will he today?
The curious thing is that Coach Allen talked about it, about his sophomorish mistakes, and when he makes them. He said he comes back to the bench, he's unfettered.
Yep.
It doesn't really bother him, but he wants to make sure that he learns from that mistake, and that's all Coach Allen's asking.
They're going to go right back to the air with him, pressured by Woods, and he's taken down. Justin Roberts finishes him off, his 4th sack of the year.
Great pressure coming from the defensive front. Roberts did a great job getting out there around the corner.
Smithson Valley playing without Caleb Sosa, one of their key defensive linemen, still able to create pressure with Woods and Roberts, and a sack puts the first quarter to bed. Highland Park with a 14-13 lead after 1. Benton Owens, the 73-yard house call, but Smithson Valley with the pick 6 to respond, and it's a 1-point game after 1. One point separates the final 2 teams in the state in 5A Division I. Highland Park with a 1-point lead on Smithson Valley. What a show we've gotten so far, Shea Walker, in this first quarter.
Well,
Buck Randall to Cannon Bozeman starting us off.
Yeah, looking downfield, Bozeman in just a chunk of Smithson Valley defenders, threads the needle, gets into the end zone. And Buck Randall getting downfield, dropping the ball right in the bucket. He wishes he would have that one back on that interception return by Kalunga.
He'll look to bounce back here as we start the second quarter. A 2nd and 15 for Highland Park. Near side, good throw, better catch. Yes, that was hauled in by Benton Owens on a diving grab on the sideline.
Well, that ball traveled a long way. Take another look here, stretching out. Does his knee or his foot get down before the hand?
Smithson Valley is pointing to the scoreboard saying, hang on a second, take another look at that one. And there comes the stoppage.
Yeah.
I think his hand hit down out of bounds before his body hit down inbounds. And
The previous play is under further review.
We'll take another look again. He's stretching out, but watch the elbow and the arms. And the hand. Well, look at the right foot. Right foot is very close to the ground. Let's see. Oh my goodness.
I think that is left elbow and forearm first. There's still some air right between the shin and the ground, just barely. It's really close.
I have to get out my ninth grade microscope. See if I could figure out if there was any daylight underneath the leg.
Can you slip a piece of paper underneath the shin of Benton Owens?
Well, it's a great effort anyway. First, but yeah, this was too close to call for me.
It is noteworthy and important that the call on the field was a completion.
That's right.
So is there enough here to overturn? But I think it looks pretty clear to me that the shin is still up when the hand touches down out of bounds. There's probably 3 frames worth as you see our crew blinking forward frame by frame by frame between hand down and shin down. Wayne Elliott, our Austin chapter crew chief.
After further review, the first part of the receiver's body to hit the ground was his left hand out of bounds. It's an incomplete pass. It's third down.
Well adjudicated by our Austin chapter crew. It will be third down and 15 after the incompletion.
Had the catch been awarded, it'd be a lot better third down situation for the Highland Park offense.
Our tape guy in the truck says 4 frames between hand out of bounds and shin on the ground. Third down and 15 for Highland Park. Does Craig Worstifer dial up the pressure here? 5 come, and they get to Randall. Down he goes. Colton Hornsby and Kyle Bierman finishing him off.
Now the pressure by the Smithson Valley front line. Crossed over the top. Man, that was just great. Hornsby, Bierman, nowhere for Buck Randall to go.
Smithson Valley's defense getting home to the sophomore QB. Forcing the punt here. Whitaker will send it away. PK Miller deep to return. It'll go to Davila on the far sideline and runs out of bounds. So Smithson Valley's defense makes the stop. And out comes Cade Spradling and his offense once again. And Shea Walker, this is an opportunity here, taking over at the +40.
They had great field position, and give the defense all the credit because they had 2 huge sacks on the Scots offense, which put them inside the 10-yard line.
Play action fake for Spradling. Trying to outrun a defensive end, just barely does. Hat down on the field from our head linesman as Spradling runs out of bounds at the 35.
Yeah, that's frustrating for the defensive front for Highland Park. Chasing after Spradling. It looks like you've got a good angle on him. Not able to make it work.
The hat on the field was just noting that Preston Baker, the tight end, had stepped out of bounds, so he couldn't be the next one to touch the football. So no penalty on the play. 2nd down and 5 at the 35. Spradling on the run again. Burrows into the pile for 2.
Yeah, Jack Morris on the bottom of the pile along with a couple of other defenders. That's just tough running on 2nd down and short. Now coming to 3rd down.
Smithson Valley's offensive line starting to maybe assert themselves a little bit. We'll see what they can do here on 3rd and 3. Sowersby surges forward into the second level, the first down and then some, to the 25. The extra effort from Brad Sowersby, a pickup of 8, and it's another first down.
Yeah, he's got some fantastic leg drive, man. He can just move the pile. He had already picked up the first down. Arm tackle's not going to make it. Got to figure out how to get him to the ground, and picking up the first down was huge for this offense right now and the momentum that they have.
Brad Sowersby reminded Larry Hill this week, hey, I didn't get to play in the title game a year ago. A broken collarbone in the semifinal. He is definitely fired up to be out here today. Carry here from Spradling for a yard. Jack Morris and Bo Jones there to cancel it out. But yeah, Sowersby, the senior running back, 1,100-yard rusher a year ago, broke his collarbone in the semifinal. But back again this year, another terrific season, and definitely excited to be on the field here in Arlington with a chance to impact the state championship game.
Yeah, and you look at his size, he's kind of a diminutive guy. He's not all that big, 5'9", 165 pounds, but man, does he have some power.
He had a sensational spinning touchdown run in their state semifinal win. To the air for Spradling, single coverage in the end zone. Brody Day with the adjustment for the touchdown grab. Smithson Valley with the lead.
Larry Hill, Cody Spradling, both looking downfield, and Brody Day, their best receiver, runs a great route, turns the cornerback, Jonathan Bolyanski, and then comes back into the frame to make the catch. Brody Day, that was a great route and even a better catch in the end zone.
Day with his 11th touchdown grab of the year. Omaya on for the PAT. 20-14, Smithson Valley with the lead. Larry Hill said it. Brody Day, people sleep on this kid and his athleticism. He said he's got a latent athleticism that you maybe don't expect when you look at him. But he makes the adjustment here for the touchdown grab and gives the Rangers their first lead of the game. Happy holidays, everybody. 20-14, Smithson Valley taking their first lead of the football game on Brody Day's 24-yard touchdown reception. Let's head down to the sidelines in Austin Ivy.
Well, Smithson Valley is wearing their throwback jerseys in this one. They're not technically throwback jerseys, but that's what Coach Hill called them because they have been wearing the same one for all 32 seasons. He has been the head coach. He is a guy that is detail-oriented. He's known for his checklist. That's part of the tradition he has. Every day, he prints out the checklist and has everything that needs to be done on it. Guys, I did not see the official checklist for today, but I have to imagine the last thing on it says, win a state championship.
He's got checklists for days of the week. He's got checklists in the offseason for here's what we need to do in January, here's what we need to do in February, here's what we need to do in March, and it's just very methodical, very type A. We got to check off all of these things to be able to do what we do, and it has clearly been immensely successful for Larry Hill. 324 career wins.
Yeah, he certainly knows what he's doing, and more than just the tactician type guy who oversees everything to the nth degree.
Misdirection here for James Lancaster, and he picks up 11 and a first down.
Oh, man, this is bad news. Benton Owens is on the ground. He got rolled up by the running back. He was out blocking.
We have already seen what an impact Benton Owens can make for this Highland Park offense.
Yeah, Lancaster just, he got caught up in that. Yeah, that's tough.
Crystal Benson, Daniel Regal, Jordan Graham, the athletic training staff for Highland Park, out to 10-2. The senior wide receiver had the 73-yard touchdown reception in the first quarter. Randy Allen walking all the way across the field to check on Mr. Owens. Back on his feet and under his own power walking off. That feels like a good sign.
Yeah, it just happens. I mean, look, he's doing the right thing. He's downfield. He knows the run is coming behind him, so he's engaged with the defensive back, and it just the traffic. James Lancaster just got too close to him, and he got rolled up, and that's a normal thing that happens, but it's hard to see. It always scares you to think like, oh my gosh, man, it looks like you really got rolled up, and but walking off the field.
Yeah.
Moving his legs. Oh my goodness.
And just jogged back to the huddle.
He's got to come out.
He does have to come off for a play, but I think he wanted to show everybody, hey guys, I'm good. I'm good.
Wow. Okay.
Benton Owens walked 45 yards across the field, and with each step it seemed like, okay, a little better, a little better, a little better. Harrison Cullum will come on in his place for a moment. Handoff here for Lancaster once again, and he's out to the 40-yard line. Highland Park does have a very deep wide receiver core. Cullum, Charlie Olmstead had a couple huge catches in the state semifinal last week, so they've got plenty of guys to run out there, but Benton Owens looks like he's probably going to be just fine.
Yeah, talking about Olmstead, he makes 2 catches that gets the ball down the field so they can kick the winning field goal.
Yeah. Huge 3rd down and 10 grab that the folks in Denton, Texas will tell you it wasn't a catch. Will tell you he was on the line. Maybe. It was pretty close. There may have been some white under his toe. Lancaster with the carry here. Davila with the tackle, but it's a 1st down for Highland Park out to the 47.
And I've watched the last couple of plays that Highland Park is. They're running the ball inside the tackles, and I'm just not bewildered. I'm stunned that Cade Spradling, he's right in the middle of those piles.
Yeah. He's
chasing
everywhere.
down. Yeah, that's so impressive.
Matthew White on the carry this time, and it's Spradling who makes the tackle, but a pickup of 7 on the play.
You can hear the hit from up here in the press box.
White again on the tote. Surges forward, close to the line to gain. Looks like he's a hair shy. Hornsby and Barrow taking him down a yard shy. It's 3rd and 1 for Randy Allen's offense. The Smithson Valley crowd bringing the volume now. To the air. Incomplete. Cullum the intended target. Hunter Haug in coverage, and it's 4th down.
And the ball just a little bit behind him. Take another look. And turning the body back around.
No hesitation from Randy Allen at the plus 43. They're going to change personnel, but they're going for it. They bring the heavy package out. Cash Nix, the senior, a defensive lineman. Part of the mix here. Randall's going to cycle out. They're going to go Wildcat here to Lancaster, following everybody in Highland Park. Oh, it is going to depend on the spot.
Got about half a yard.
Miller and Hornsby combined on the tackle. It is right at that yellow line. Look at the spot with the ball. This is razor thin.
You got to tip your hat to this Smithson Valley defense, clogging up all the alley and all the running lanes.
Justin Roberts was the one that stopped that forward momentum for James Lancaster, and they will bring the chains out for a measurement. Rich Eisen would like to remind you that the yellow line is not official. We will check it with the chains. First down, Highland Park by the nose of the football.
Yeah, those mosh pit piles are kind of hard to figure out where the runner reached with all the bodies around him. But the Scots pick up first down.
Midway through this second quarter, and the Scots maintain possession. Play action for Randall, pressured immediately, runs away from it, fires out of bounds.
Defensive backs did a really nice job, Mike, by covering up the Highland Park receivers. And then Buck Randall on the sprint, running around, and he had a chaser, but he had time to throw the football in. But the coverage was so good by the corners, it was just best to throw it out of bounds.
Benton Owens back on the field for Highland Park. Lined up on the bottom of this tight set for the Scots. On second down and 10, Randall. Quick throw far side, making a man miss is Olmstead. Still on his feet to the 35.
I'm just going to give you this one opportunity. Can you figure out who made the tackle on that play for Smithson Valley?
I'm thinking it was probably number 18.
Yeah, you're exactly right. All the way below the numbers. Take another look. There he is. That's so darn good. It's crazy.
Davila there to finish him off as well, but Cade Spradling everywhere. They'll give him a breather here. Seemed to be holding his head as he took his helmet off there. That's something worth keeping an eye on. Bozeman on the receiving end, and a first down for the Scots at the 29.
Yeah, Bozeman is a crazy good athlete. He's got 69 catches coming into today's game, 11 touchdowns. And he's not all that big, but he can take a hit, and he gets downfield. He's got great hands. Everything that you need from a wide receiver.
He started the day with 999 receiving yards. He's gone over 1,000 on the day. There's Benton Owens' first catch since the injury. Clearly moving just fine.
Yeah, great to see Owens doing that. Just a little snap out route, but him running the ball, or excuse me, running the route, making the catch. That's good. That's good for the Highland Park Scots.
Spradling's back on the field too, by the way. That throw just beyond the grasp of Davila, who's hunting his 5th interception of the year. Thrown over the head of Benton Owens. It's 3rd and 4.
Yeah, Buck Randall would probably like to have that throw back. He's got a receiver, excuse me, he has a receiver that's not open. He's got 2 guys blanketing him. He's trying to drill it in the middle and not able to do so.
3rd down and 4 will be the 13th play of the possession for Highland Park. Randall flushed. Trouble. Stiff arms his way free. He's at least able to throw it away and preserve 4th down and 4, but he had to battle just to do that.
Start, stop. Man, there's just waves of white jerseys coming around Buck Randall. Good job there setting the edge by Hudson Woods, and then here comes the rest of the cavalry chasing Randall out of bounds.
This Smithson Valley football team flies to the ball like crazy. One of the key things they wanted to do today was vary their looks and try and twist up Buck Randall. They were able to flush him from the pocket there and force the throw away, and that brings Sutton Stock, the young man who kicked the game-winning field goal in the state semifinal. This one is from 40 on the left hash. Right down the middle. 6:29 left in this first half. 20-17, Smithson Valley. Sutton Stock, the hero a week ago, this time cuts the lead in half.
Aaron Hardigan welcoming you back to AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where we near the half of the 5A Division I state championship game. Smithson Valley seeking its first state title, holding a 20-17 lead over Highland Park, which means we are going to have a lot to get into coming up on the Forward Halftime Show. We hope you stick around at the break for it, as Coach Ken Purcell and Ashley Pickle will join me to dissect the first 2 quarters of play. We'll also preview the 6A action coming up. How about unbeaten Southlake Carroll back on the title stage for the first time since falling to Westlake in 2020. Riley Dodge looking to hoist his first title since falling to his father. And I know Mike and Shay are looking forward to tonight's grand finale. That is North Crowley and Westlake. Guys both coming off emotional losses last week, looking to see how they follow that up.
We are looking forward to seeing y'all at halftime, because yes, there's a whole lot to set up in the second half. Aaron, thank you. Kickoff return here for Smithson Valley for Hunter Haug out across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Sutton Stock kicking it off there for Highland Park after he hit the 40-yard field goal, Shay, a week ago in the state semifinals, 8 days ago against Denton Ryan. Reese Tiffany's been the kicker pretty much all year for Highland Park. Sutton Stock had not kicked a field goal, had not kicked at all since September 6th against Lovejoy. But Tiffany was looking a little bit shaky in that state semifinal, and finally Stock was back healthy, and they showed a ton of faith in putting him out there for that kick to send them to the state championship game. They had injury concerns at short snapper as well with Braxton Giffen, and despite all of that, they were able to go to second and third team options at snapper, at kicker, and they still come through in the clutch. A ton of faith from Randy Allen.
Well, 100%, and just what a testament to your coaching staff that you can have your guys ready no matter who they are, how old they are, or if they're going to be able to play or not play. I mean, it's just a tremendous thing that happened and what it took to get that field goal.
Stock just pounded through a 40-yarder. Now Spradling on the near side on the QB sweep. He's got the first down and then some into Highland Park territory in a single snap.
The blocking from the offensive line doing a fantastic job. A little bit of misdirection at the beginning of the play. Yeah, that's number 16, Cisco Carville. I mean, just leading the block and Spradling doing the rest with his legs.
Now they'll bring Knutson on in place of Spradling, let him catch a breather after a pickup of 21. Sowersby into the second level and another first down. Brad Sowersby starting to create some downhill momentum for this Smithson Valley offense.
Well, he made a cut back into the middle of the field and really allowed him to pick up another 4 or 5 yards after contact.
First and 10 Rangers at the 31-yard line in Highland Park territory. Carvajal, the motion man. Sowersby bottled up this time. Daniel Turner, the one knifing across. Amin El-Ahmadi also in on the play. A loss of a yard.
It's a great matchup with the offensive lines for both of these teams versus the defensive lines.
This feels like a pretty crucial juncture of the football game. Under 3 minutes to play here in this first half. Smithson Valley halfway through Highland Park territory. They've got a field goal kicker in Trent Amaya that they feel like has range out to maybe 50. And they get the ball to start the second half. Knutson in and out of the hands of Brody Day, incomplete.
Good coverage there by Angus Wall. Got the left hand in there. Good job. Knutson can throw the football. And we were talking about that earlier, but he's impressive.
83 of 126 on the year, over 1,000 passing yards, 7 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions.
Well, getting him in a rhythm is kind of hard when you have Spradling in there, but
yes,
so far he's made some really good throws.
He's got Sowersby in the pistol, the delay handoff, and Sowersby's got a ton of room. Brad Sowersby inside the 15, spins his way to the 13.
Jackson McGinley saved a touchdown for the Scots. Going off of that safety position, but man, what a gaping hole. Sowersby doing a great job of setting up his blockers. Yep, Angus Wall is going to nick him. Anders Korn, excuse me. And Brady Ray.
Sowersby putting him in a blender just like he did on his touchdown run in the state semifinal. He'll get the handoff again, running left. Ball came out at the end of the play. They are marking him down just inside the 10-yard line. Sowersby also confirming for everybody, I was down. I was down.
Well, Kyle Gugliotti, offensive lineman. Yep, knee is down.
Sowersby will come off for a play. They'll put it right at the 10-yard stripe.
Caleb Eager runs onto the field for Smithson Valley, and he's getting an ovation.
Timeout, Larry Hill. We have got a tremendous slate today on the final day of the Texas high school football season. This one merely the appetizer. At 3 o'clock, 6A Division II, Southlake Carroll back in the title game. Riley Dodge with a masterful coaching job through this playoff run. They've lost 2 key running backs on their way through this season, including the stud Riley Wormley. They take on Austin Vandegrift at 3 o'clock. North Crowley and Austin Westlake in the nightcap. North Crowley and Austin Westlake with colossal wins to get here today. There you go, Southlake Carroll and Vandegrift. Vandegrift with a massive win of their own against Summer Creek, who played here a year ago in the 6A D2 state title game. That was a program-defining type win for Vandegrift to get here this afternoon. That is on deck here at AT&T Stadium. North Crowley beating Duncanville a week ago. Austin Westlake not only beating but dominating North Shore a week ago. 2 seismic wins for the landscape of Texas high school football, and now one of them is going to have to show that they can rebound off of all of that emotion. The nightcap tonight should be a ton of fun. Out of the timeout, 1:07 to play here in the half. Little pop pass to PK Miller. Strung out nicely, but a good cut to pick up 3. Morse and El Amadi combining on the tackle. It's going to be 3rd and 4.
Yeah, Jack Steed did a great job of getting off the block and then forcing the runner back into the defense. Kind of helping on that run play right there. Jack Steed did a good job.
Highland Park will burn their first time out of this first half. 53 seconds left in the period. Again, Smithson Valley has the ball to start the second half, and with a 3rd and 4 on deck, Randy Allen trying to preserve even just a scintilla of time to work with before halftime to see if they can answer whatever Smithson Valley does in the closing moments of this second quarter. Randy Allen, 460 career wins, 26th year at Highland Park, but he's only part of the illustrious history of the Highland Park Scots. Their win over Denton Ryan in the state semifinals, the 900th in program history. They have the most ever in the state of Texas. They have the 8th most nationwide in high school football. But that man has been at the center of an awful lot of it. The win percentage for Highland Park, lofty as well. And there you see on your screen 2 other programs. We will see the balance of the day in Carroll and Westlake. Spradling back in there at quarterback, but Now Larry Hill will use his final timeout.
How about the gamesmanship between Coach Hill and Coach Allen? Figuring each other out, looking at defenses and sets, and calling a timeout, making sure everything is cool. It's enjoyable to watch these two coaches.
We have never seen a matchup quite like this. 460 wins for Randy Allen, 324 for Larry Hill. The winningest matchup ever in a state championship game. 784 combined wins between these two men, both in the top 10 all time. Randy Allen second, Larry Hill ninth. And they had a nice chat pregame. We mentioned earlier, these are two men who have known each other for a very long time, have a ton of respect for each other. Their wives know each other these guys are friends. This is not just a competition, but they both want to beat each other for sure today.
Yeah, it is competition, but talking about the years of a head coach and how many guys and how many players' lives have they changed and influenced in a positive way. And I say that to all the guys who coach. It's a tremendous thing for your high school coaches to take a real interest in your team and your players, and these guys certainly do.
You saw the 90 career playoff wins for Randy Allen. He's 30 wins shy of Phil Danaher all-time for total wins. He's only 3 shy of Danaher for the playoff record. Out of the timeout, Spradling, end zone for Day. Knocked away. 4th down. Boyanovsky, step for step with him in coverage.
Great coverage there by Boyanovsky. Stayed with the player, located the ball, took his head up, and then that's perfectly defended. You can't do it any better than that.
Brilliant work from the senior Boyanovsky. Stepped in for the injured Bryce Lakowski earlier this year, who got hurt very early on this season, and that will force the field goal attempt here from Amaya. Right hash from 24, and Amaya pounds it through for 3 more for Smithson Valley, and they double the lead.
Yeah, consistently putting points on the board. 47 seconds left before the halftime, and
so the timeout for Randy Allen paid dividends here to preserve at least a little bit of time. They've still got the 2 timeouts left and 47 seconds to work with, and that's noteworthy with Buck Randall and his cavalcade of wide receivers that he can work with. They're going to try and go make something happen here late in the half.
If you get the right field position, you've got 47 seconds left.
Yeah.
If you get the right field position, you can take a couple of shots deep. See if you can come up with a catch, wide receiver. That's what I would be thinking.
Yeah.
I'm in the booth and I'm not on the field, so.
But you're right. Field position will be your green light, yellow light. We'll see how this plays out. Amaya is going to pound it to the back of the end zone, so it will be a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. I'd call that yellow light.
Yellow light, say.
25-yard line. It's not okay. All systems go, but
no.
There's something to be worked with.
Now you got to make sure the possession, you get over the 40-yard line, not your 40, their 40.
Yeah.
And then you can start taking a couple of shots, because look, if they intercept the ball deep and run it back, you don't want to have that dynamic. But Buck Randall.
You just saw it on your screen. Highland Park has not trailed at halftime but once this season. Randall deep up the seam. He's got a man. It's Bozeman inside the 30.
Oh man, Bozeman is down. It was a wicked tackle. Bozeman can't shake it off yet. He's trying. Another great catch there by Bozeman.
59 yards on the hookup, and it sets up 1st and 10 at the 26. Over the middle, in and out of the hands of his intended target, and nearly picked. Benton Owens had the first chance at it, but it also nearly went right into the waiting arms of a Ranger.
Diego Davala is, I think, the guy that the ball bounced off of for Smithson Valley.
He's got 4 interceptions on the year, does Davila. One of the real playmakers for that Smithson Valley defense. That ball would have been impossible to catch. Off of that deflection would have been remarkable. 2nd and 10. Randall, 5 wide receivers in the pattern. Flush from the pocket. Has to throw it away. Hudson Woods again giving chase. He has been a terror in this first half. Caleb Barrow with the pressure as well.
And you see 92 in his speed, or 95 actually. Check that. Caleb Barrow chasing down Buck Randall.
They feel like with Sutton Stock and Reese Tiffany that they've got range to right about here. We've already seen Sutton Stock hit a 40-yarder. So they are in range. 3rd down and 10. Randall pressured. Can't take a sack. Manages to squirt forward and gain about a half a yard. Hudson Woods with the tackle. 13 seconds in the half. Highland Park uses their 2nd timeout of the half.
The defensive front, though, was just killer, coming, bringing stuff off the edge. That front 7 is really giving Buck Randall some problems.
Highland Park may have gotten away with a hold there on Caleb Barrow, a fistful of 95 as Buck Randall evaded the pocket. Hudson Woods, though, there to make the play. Randy Allen's team faces 4th and 9 and a likely field goal attempt here from what would be 42. They will indeed bring Sutton Stock, the junior, back on the field. Braxton Giffen, the senior, to snap it. Anderson Jackson to hold it from the left hash from 42 for Sutton Stock. Already 1 for 1. Yes, it got there from 42. Just barely for Sutton Stock. 3 more for the Scots.
Go back and tell Buck Randall, hey, I appreciate you picking up that 1 yard for me.
Amen.
Oh, my goodness.
He was watching it close.
Yeah.
Sutton Stock is 2 for 2 on the day, and with 7 seconds left in this first half. What a football game we have had so far in the 5A Division I state championship game. Big smile on Sutton Stock's face. What an 8-day stretch that young man has had. Game-winning field goal in the state semifinal. 2 for 2 in the first half here at AT&T Stadium in the championship game. And he cuts the lead in half once again, 23-20 with 7 seconds in this opening half. Tiffany to kick it away. Howe from his 18. Howe with space. Hunter Howe tripped up by Reese Tiffany, the kicker, just before midfield. There is 1 second on the clock.
And put Knutson in and throw the bomb.
You took the thought right out of my head. Yep.
Great job by Howe to get the ball up there, taking a straight line. And
a night ago, we saw Richmond Randall basically win the football game with a pair of kickoff returns for touchdowns. Nearly loose was Hunter Haug. Excuse me, that's twice now I've done that. My apologies, young man. It will be Knutson that will come on to try and sling it deep. 3 defenders inside the 5-yard line for Highland Park to protect against the Hail Mary. Knutson needs time to let it develop, and he won't have that time, and slings it out of bounds to end the half. 23-20, Smithson Valley with the lead at halftime. They were here a year ago. It was a much different football game. They have shown through 24 minutes, Shay, they are absolutely game for the fight, and they lead at the break.
100%, Mike. And what has really been the most impressive thing for me is the defensive front seven for Smithson Valley and kind of choking out that really high-powered octane offense from Highland Park.
Austin Ivan is down on the sidelines with the head coach, Larry Hill.
Coach, you hold Highland Park to just a field goal there. What do you need to continue seeing from your defense in the second half?
Well, we've got to limit explosive plays. They've been able to get some big chunk throws, and we've got to put a stop to that. Easier said than done. No one's done it for 15 weeks. We got to get a handle on that.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
Okay.
Larry Hill's team leads by 3 at halftime. They did give up the 2 long first quarter touchdown passes. Since then, they've basically shut it down. And the Rangers lead Highland Park 23-20 at the break. Back in Arlington, second half, just moments away in the 5A Division I state championship game. Mike Leslie, Shay Walker back here with you. A 23-20 lead for the Smithson Valley Rangers. Really interesting, really competitive, really compelling first half between these two teams. Highland Park raced out early. Smithson Valley reeled them back in.
Yeah, and it's been like a crazy amount of offense and defensive superlatives that we're seeing on the field right now. And you know, each of these teams, we talked about it at the beginning, they're mirror images of each other, and that's why we've got a 23-20 game right now.
Show you how we got to this point. It started with Highland Park hitting a couple long touchdown passes. Benton Owens on the receiving end for the first one.
And Connor Bozeman backs it up, getting the Scots to 14 points on the deal, and then Kalunga, or excuse me, that's Benton Owens making the catch on the touchdown, and Highland Park feeling it a little bit. And then Kalunga coming up with his pick-6 interception. Big-time play defensively. And then Spradley getting the ball down the field to his guy, Brody Day.
5 field goals between the two teams in the first half as well. 3 for Trent Amaya, 2 for Sutton Stock. Sutton Stock hit his 42-yarder right before halftime by a whisker to make it 23-20.
And let's take a look at the first half stats from Jack in the Box.
The passing yards from Highland Park, the rushing yards from Smithson Valley telling the story so far. We heard from Larry Hill going into the locker room. They've got to cut out the deep, the big plays, long plays from Highland Park. 49 yards, Buck Randall to Cannon Bozeman. 73 yards, Randall to Benton Owens. They hit the deep ball late in the second quarter to set up that 42-yard Sutton Stock field goal. You take those couple plays out, and otherwise they have clamped down significantly, especially in that second quarter on Highland Park's offense.
Yeah, you feel like the Scots offense really just can't get in a rhythm. It's not that they can't make big plays, and they just can't get in a rhythm where they can drive the ball down the field and put it in the end zone. I mean, that front seven for Smithson Valley is like murderer's row right now. I mean, they are playing at a high level.
Daniel Turner making plays for Highland Park on the defensive side of the ball, but the front seven, as you mentioned, for Smithson Valley, Hudson Woods in particular, leading the charge for that Rangers front seven as they have shut things down.
Good.
Let's head down to Austin on the sidelines.
Coach, how much confidence do you have in your sophomore quarterback, Buck Randall, and the offense to get it done here in the second half?
Well, he got us here, and he will be better in the second half. He made some beautiful throws in the first half, but he'll be more consistent in the second half.
As a team, how do they dig deep to finish off this one?
Well, they're a good team, and we're just going to have to play hard. We've had a turnover or two that put us behind, but we got to make some plays on defense. It's really up to our defense to kind of set the tempo this second half, and then once we get the ball, we got to make something happen.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Buck Randall, the sophomore quarterback, truly has had a tremendous season for Highland Park. But again, he's had those sophomore moments. We saw one of them on the pick-6. In general, though, he has been quite good in this football game. And we have seen it so many times in this playoff run for Highland Park. We've seen it all season long for Highland Park. How even despite an early miscue or two, he finds a way to make up for it in the second half. he will have his opportunity today. Reese Tiffany's kickoff out of bounds on the near sideline. And that will set Smithson Valley up with good field position. Looks like Smithson Valley is going to make him kick it again.
Yeah, redo.
Kick out of bounds with a 5-yard penalty and a re-kick from the 35.
We saw this ploy work out quite well for Richmond Randall a night ago. They had the opening kickoff return for a touchdown. And after that, Jason Todd from South Oak Cliff said, okay, fine, I'm just going to kick the ball out of bounds. But Coach Randall from Richmond Randall said, if you're going to kick it out of bounds, we're going to take those 5 yards, make you kick it again. And sure enough, that worked out very well for Richmond Randall because Sock said, all right, fine, we'll kick it in bounds. And they popped another kickoff return for a touchdown. Now Smithson Valley is going to force Highland Park to kick it again as Tiffany gets ready to send it deep. Hunter Haug from his 8-yard line. Straight ahead to the 32.
It's about where the ball would have been when it went out of bounds.
6 of one, half dozen the other.
Yeah.
So Spradling comes out. 73 rushing yards in the first half. That is where he makes his bones. Those 73 yards put him over 1,000 for the season from the quarterback position. What do you want to see here second half with Smithson Valley's offense on the field?
I think that the run game for sure has been a key for the front, but I like it when Spradling runs around the corner, gets to the edge of the offense, or excuse me, the defense. Blockers down in front. That's been a good play for this in the first half with the Smithson Valley offense.
They scored a couple of crucial touchdowns in their playoff run on quarterback sweeps to the outside for Spradling. A 75-yarder in their regional final that opened the game up and really ushered them to the win, and then he had it again in the state semifinal. This time he just has to surge forward for a couple to try and get away from the pass rush of Anders Korn and Amin Al-Amadi, and it's quickly 3rd down and 8.
Well, he wanted to throw the ball to P.K. Miller, but Miller was blanketed by the Highland Park defense. So Cade Spradling had to run the ball up the middle, didn't pick up many yards, but the option would have been, had he thrown that, could have been a pick.
3rd and 8 for Smithson Valley. Sowersby in the sidecar to the left. Spradling pressured and taken down. Swallowed up by half the defensive front from Highland Park. El-Amadi first on the scene, 4th down.
Yeah, Daniel Turner, El-Amadi, Hank Lee. And it looked like the whole roster from Highland Park was piling up to get Cade Spradling to the ground.
A 3 and out for Smithson Valley to start the second half. Trent Amaya on to punt. Matthew White, the running back, deep to return. End over end punt from Amaya will take a hop out of bounds straight to the right. Highland Park will start at their own 38-yard line, says our field judge today, Conroy Swan. Highland Park putting 20 points on the board in the first half, an offense that averages 36 a game. Buck Randall instrumental in those 20 points. The 2 long touchdown passes. A pretty sharp first half despite the pick 6. The 1st and 10 handoff for Matthew White, right into the teeth of Hudson Woods. Give him 3 on the carry.
The defensive line for Smithson Valley is making it very hard for this Highland Park offense.
Randall, near side, Benton Owens complete, short of the line to gain. It'll be 3rd and about 1.5 yards.
Going no huddle right now is Highland Park, and it seems like that's when Buck Randall was able to get more passes downfield with one-on-one type coverage. They did huddle there for a couple of seconds, but not very long.
Smithson Valley's crowd gets loud on 3rd and 2. Option play. Pitching it out for Lancaster. Breaks the tackle in the backfield. He's got the first down.
Yeah, that looked like that was in peril. A couple of white jerseys, and yeah, setting up the first block is key. And guess who? It's the quarterback for Smithson Valley.
Matthew White making the block on Spradling to get Lancaster loose. First down, Highland Park at their own 49. Randall. Near side, trying to get away from the pressure, finally canceled out, and yet again, it's Spradling.
Yeah, you think you know this kind of play is like him understanding, meaning Spradling, him understanding, coming in and understanding where Randall was going to go, and so he played it perfectly. We said that a lot about Spradling so far in this game, and he's earned it.
2nd and 11, Randall throws it away.
Coverage downfield is just spectacular right now. That was P.K. Miller for Smithson Valley, blanketing the receiver. Buck Randall didn't have anywhere to throw the football.
Wides for Randall. They bring 5 over the middle behind his target, incomplete. May have been tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Paxton Smith was running an inside route, and I don't know that he and Randall were on the same page. And it did glance the arm.
Caleb Beegler may have just nicked it just a hair. Enough to change the trajectory. 4th down. Punt from Whitaker. Miller will let it bounce out of bounds at the 17-yard line. 8:06 3rd quarter in a 3-point game in the 5A Division I state championship game. The Highland Park Scots fans hoping for a comeback. Cowboy hat and a Santa hat all at once.
Economies
Ready
of
for
scale.
the holidays. Spradling out the back door, breaks a tackle. Spradling out to the 40.
Yeah, what a nice play there in recognition from Cade Spradling. I mean, he's a tough cat to bring down. Jack Morse, inside linebacker, not able to do it. He runs right through the tackle and picks up extra yardage for his offense.
Breaking a tackle of Jack Morse is a different level of feat. The kid on his way to Brown, the leader of that Highland Park defense. Younger brother of Sam Morse, who was a captain on that 2018 Highland Park State Championship team. Spradling. P.K. Miller, the intended target, just never had a chance at it. Walled off nicely by Brady Ray.
Nice coverage downfield.
Beg your pardon, it was
Sticking with
Boyanoski.
Yep, Jonathan Boyanoski. Looking back to the ball, that is so important. Even though you got the arm hooked, the ball was falling way short of where the receiver could have gone and got it. But because he was looking back, that was not called a hold. And that's how it should be.
Yeah, listen, that's two guys hand fighting more than anything else. Sets up 2nd down and 10 for Larry Hill's team. Delay handoff for Sowersby, and Highland Park reads it well. El Amadi at the middle of it all. Highland Park saying they came out of the pile with the football. Very definitively, our umpire, Darren McDaniel, saying he was down.
Well, Hank Lee was the last one to get off the ground. But the defenders, let's take another look. Hanging on to the ball. Yeah, too much of a mosh pit.
Jack Morris did all he could to sell it, but it's 3rd down and 11. 2 for 7 on 3rd downs today are the Rangers. A tough one here. They've got to get to the 49 in Highland Park territory. On play action, up the seam. Brody Day, 1st down.
Anders Korn on the coverage. Brody Day making a stellar catch, crossing the middle, picking up the 1st down.
Anders Korn is a terrific linebacker. I mean this with all due respect. Anders Korn on Brody Day is a mismatch, and Smithson Valley took advantage of it. 15 yards on the pickup, 1st down in Scott's territory. That's a tough ask for a linebacker to cover the top wide receiver for Smithson Valley. The reverse. Day following a blocker to the near sideline, trying to tightrope his way to a 1st down. They'll mark him at the 39.
And Smithson Valley is making a lot of plays down the field and then trying to get the ball and stretching the field and seeing if you can get that 53 1/3 distance work for you. And Smithson Valley's come up with some pretty big chunk plays, even though that was only 5 or 6 yards.
Cisco Carvajal, the senior for Smithson Valley, only has 4 catches all year, but he is pivotal to what they do. We've seen him out in front blocking on several key plays for the Rangers today. He was out in front of that one as well. 2nd and 5, Sowersby with a gash, makes a man miss. 1st down to the 31.
Mike, I have to tell you, I'm really not. I'm not saying that I don't like the jump step. I don't, because I feel like it gives the defenders another opportunity to get you. But when you execute it as well as Sowersby just did, that's pretty fancy stuff, man.
Makes Jackson McGinley miss and picks up another Smithson Valley 1st down as we cross over the midway point of the 3rd quarter. The 5A Division I state championship hanging in the balance. Sowersby with the tote again. Just dragging people inside the 25. Brady Ray finally spinning him to the turf.
But it looked like if the middle of the field on that particular play was wide open. And he cuts it out to the outside, but man, it looked like he had a clear path with no Scott defenders in it. But I'm sure they'll gladly take a 7-yard run.
Every time.
All right, you got Brody Day out there at the top of the screen.
QB draw, Spradling. Read well by the Highland Park defensive front. A loss of a yard on the play. Jack Morris making tackle after tackle today for this Scott's defense.
So Randy Allen said Jack Morris, Daniel Turner, and Anders Korn. He said this is as good as we've been in a long time at those 3 positions.
Yeah. Their defensive front as a whole is terrific. They were great last week against Denton Ryan. Shut down a very good Raiders run game. Now they try and get a stop on 3rd and 4. Sowersby bouncing to the outside, diving. I don't think he'll have it. I think he's maybe short by a yard or 2. Langdon McMurray running him out of bounds. He only picked up a yard based on that spot. 4th and 3.
A nice job Play 93 Daniel Turner forcing that run to the outside, and Bo Jones also chipping in on it.
McMurray actually punched that ball out at the end of the play. They will settle for the field goal from Amaya. He's already hit 3 today from 27, 35, and 24. Timeout, Larry Hill. Amaya hit one from 53 earlier this year. We were watching him close in warm-ups. Looked like in this environment he was maybe a little more comfortable from about 45 or so, 42 to 45. This one would be, I believe, 41. Let's head to the sidelines in Austin Ivan.
Larry Hill in his 32nd season at the helm for Smithson Valley. He comes from a huge football family. Coach Hill said he's never once thought about doing anything besides coaching. Throughout the years, he's had the chance to coach with both of his sons. His nephew, currently the offensive coordinator for him. Coach explained that they are all a product of Glenn Hill Sr., his father, a longtime coach who passed away earlier this year. Coach said he has spent his whole life trying to be like his dad. His entire family is in the stands today, his wife, his kids, his brother. But his rock, his dad, is not here, but he knows he is watching down and hopes he's making him proud on this stage.
Austin thanks. He got choked up with us on the phone earlier this week talking about the passing of his father. Out of the timeout, they're going to go for it here on 4th and 3. To the air they go. Complete for the first down to Preston Baker. And Smithson Valley with the gamble moves the chains.
And Preston Baker, not much of a route runner, but he made a clutch catch, his 15th on the season, to pick up the first down.
Just to circle back to the Larry Hill of it all for just a moment and the passing of Glenn Hill Sr., it was the moment where he tried to say that he and his brothers, all they ever wanted to do in their lives was be Glenn Hill Sr. And he just, the choke in his throat, he's lost both his parents in the last 2 years. He said he knows both of them are watching today. Spradling on first down, bowls his way forward for 3.
And I did see somewhere that the nickname for his dad was Grandpa Hill. Yeah. And I'm sure he's proud of his son and their effort today so far. Absolutely.
He gave his son Larry Hill counsel when Hill took the job back in the 90s about the opportunity that was before him at Smithson Valley. He said, they haven't won a whole lot there, so they're probably not going to have a whole lot of advice for you. Yeah. You're going to have a blank slate to go in there and make this program what you want it to be. In his vision, here Smithson Valley is in the state championship game for the 5th time. 2nd down and 8. Top of the formation, Day on the slant, tipped and incomplete. Diving to try and make the pick was Brady Ray. Boyanowski there in coverage. It's 3rd down.
Outstanding coverage. Angus Wall. Oh, that's 23. I can't get the 2 from the 3. Jonathan Bonavosky. Yeah, Cade Spradling knows he let that ball just go a little too high. Still got an opportunity here, 3rd and 8.
The red zone numbers for Smithson Valley telling the story of the day. They haven't been able to punch it into the end zone when they've gotten inside the Highland Park 20. 3rd down and 8, 13th play of the drive. End zone shot. PK Miller, what an adjustment to haul it in. Touchdown, Smithson Valley.
I don't think you can cover from a defensive point of view any better than that. And PK Miller, what a catch.
Take another look at it. Did he squeeze it all the way down? Oh, no, I think that's going to be ruled incomplete. Wayne Elliott is getting some counsel from the near sideline. They may take another look at this one.
They need to.
Yeah, that's an awful lot of turf on that football.
Previous play is under review.
This brings me back to, and I know that we've had it in our games for a while now, and I can't remember how long, but I love that we have,
yes,
in these playoff games, that we have the review process. I mean, that's tremendous.
Just in these 12 state championship games, but it is crucial because it is the most important stage there is in Texas high school football, and you absolutely have to make sure you get it right. I understand the Smithson Valley crowd watching at home, and certainly folks here at AT&T Stadium won't like it when they come back and say that this is incomplete, but it's the right call, and it should be 4th down. And we'll see if they decide to go for it again. It would be 4th and 8. A little bit of a different circumstance than the 4th and 3 they popped earlier to Preston Baker. We'll see what Larry Hill and company decide after this review. They'll have an opportunity to think about it, but they've already got Trent Amaya standing there at the 27-yard line. They know themselves what's going to happen here, and they'll run out and kick the field goal.
So we were talking coming into the game, you and I, about how good the Highland Park receivers were. I don't think we gave Smithson Valley a whole lot of credit, but I mean a little bit, certainly with Brody Day,
yeah,
PK Miller, those guys. But I mean these guys are playing really good football.
Yeah,
making big plays on the biggest stage that they're.
After further review, the receiver did not hang on to the ball all the way through the catch. It's an incomplete pass. It's 4th down and 8.
The Highland Park crowd fired up at that ruling, and that's a pivotal ruling because that would have made it a 2-score game here late in this 3rd quarter. Instead, now Amaya comes on for what will be a 30-yard attempt from the right hash. 4 field goals made in a 5A championship game is the record. A chance to tie that here for Amaya. Yes, just inside that upright. And Smithson Valley makes it 26-20 here late in this 3rd quarter. Trent Amaya good from 27, 35, 24, and 30. And the Rangers lead grows to 6 late 3rd quarter with a title on the line.
It's time now to take a look at our Uber Teen Account student section.
The Highland Park Scots fans fired up here at AT&T Stadium, back for the first time since 2018. Smithson Valley back for the 2nd year in a row, and that experience paying dividends. They went to the regional final in 2022. They made it here to the state championship game in 2023. Lost to Aledo. But back here in the title game again today and looking to finally finish the job. They lead by 6. 2:42 left in this 3rd quarter. Trent Amaya tying the record with 4 field goals made in a 5A state championship game. Fair catch signaled for and made by Bozeman. If you look at the scoring drive from the Smithson Valley Rangers, 14-play drive, eating up 5 minutes and 24 seconds worth of clock time. Amaya capping it off with the field goal.
Hey, Mike, when we're talking about this, Smithson Valley allowing 11.7 points per game, Highland Park 16. Look at the scoreboard.
I know. You could have sold me on this game maybe being a final score of 26-20.
Same here.
Maybe. Highland Park down by 6 as they take over at their own 25. Randall looking to pop another deep ball on the money for Benton Owens.
Great job by the offensive line. You see them running up now. They want to snap the ball quickly. Offensive line. This pass play took a long time, and Benton Owens waiting on the ball comes up with the catch. But putting the ball across midfield on the
26 on the hookup and right away into Smithson Valley territory. Lancaster spinning his way and getting the help from his friends to push to the 46. PK Miller there to make the tackle for Smithson Valley. A pickup of 3. Smithson Valley's defense has been so good today. This is a big spot for them, though.
It really is. I mean, they gave up a big play. Benton Owens is great receiver. Got the ball out past midfield and then See what the defense can do.
Randall rolling out, pressured again, fires out of bounds. The throwaway, smart play by the sophomore.
Buck Randall rolling out to his right, was looking back across the field. He wanted to see if he could find a trick play or going against the grain. He was looking down to the left and nothing doing. Hudson Woods, man, how many times have we said his name? Yeah. Talking about defensive MVP, depending on how the rest of the game plays out.
He was there, and Caleb Piegler, the middle linebacker, also had pressure that basically prevented Randall from being able to step up and throw the throwback that you're talking about. Quarterback draw here on 3rd and 7. Randall taken down by Piegler. 2 yards shy of the line to gain. It's 4th and 2.
Yeah, it's a long yard. Yeah, Buck Randall, good job of making people miss in space.
Fourth and 2, and Highland Park will go for it. .13 on the play clock as Randall looks to Grayson Wells, their OC. They've got to get to the 39. Option play. Randall's going to keep it himself. He's short. Justin Roberts with the tackle. Another 4th down stop for Smithson Valley, their 2nd of the day.
12 tackles for loss for Justin Roberts on the season. He probably has that right now. He has been a terror breaking through the Scots offensive line, hustling down, keeping his eyes on the prize and making sure that he can get to the quarterback.
Colton Hornsby there as well, the junior. Smithson Valley had the 4th down stop on the fake punt from Highland Park in the first half. Now they get a true 4th down stop against the Highland Park offense, and they take over at their own 40. Carvajal, the motion man. Sowersby with the carry. 3 to start the possession.
You know what, Mike? This game is, we keep talking about it, mirror images of each other. Yeah. Going down the line with that. However, how about the penalties in this game?
I can hardly remember one.
For either team.
Is there still 0 for both? 0 for both.
Incredible.
A clean game. Man, if that doesn't tell you about Larry Hill and Randy Allen and the job they do coaching their football team. Sowersby on the carry. 5 more. Angus Wall with the tackle.
Amin El-Ahmadi is slow to get up.
The senior nose guard for Highland Park. Down right at the midfield stripe.
Kind of looks like a cramp. What they're doing? Don't want to speculate on it, but it looks like.
Yeah, kind of working on his calf. Daniel Regal, Jordan Graham, Crystal Benson out to take a look at the senior. He's had a very good day. Time after time, we have called out Amin El-Ahmadi's name. Trying to bottle up Brad Sowersby and Cade Spradling. A difficult task, but he has been up to that task time and again.
Hopefully get some fluids in him and be able to come back in the game.
There is 1 second on the clock in the 3rd quarter. As El-Ahmadi, similar to what we saw earlier today with Benton Owens, it seems like with each step he's getting at least a hair more comfortable. To your point, get some fluids in him, and we'll likely see him back on the field, you got to imagine, in the 4th quarter. They will wind the clock, and that will bring the third quarter to a close. The 5A Division I state championship game has been a good one so far. 26-20, Smithson Valley with the lead as we head to the fourth. The championship hanging in the balance. Who will bring home the 5A D1 trophy? Minutes left in the 5A Division I football season here in Texas. Highland Park or Smithson Valley? Who will it be? Third and 2 for the Rangers. Spradling, quarterback run all the way. Lunges forward, he's got the first down.
Give a lot of credit to the right side of that offensive line. Anthony Acosta, Aiden Verrette. Both guys doing a good job of clearing the path, where Cade Spradling can come in, pick up the first down. Verrette, excuse me.
Verrette. Austin Ivan checked for us earlier today. Verrette.
Thank you, Austin Ivan.
The right tackle for Smithson Valley. That was a point of contention pregame. Aiden Verrette, key on the block there. Spradling on play action. Pressured from behind. Hit as he threw it. That is a forward pass. Anders Korn with the contact on Spradling, and it's third down.
Bringing a little bit of pressure off the corner. Anders Korn getting to the quarterback and deflecting the pass.
Anders Korn basically ran his man into Cade Spradling. Beg your pardon, that was first down. Second down and 10 now on deck. They give out helmet stickers at Highland Park. Anders Korn is maxed out. Second and 10. Pitch near side for Sowersby. Trying to get the corner. He's got it and then some. Sowersby tightrope on the sideline inside the 25. Oh, they're going to mark him at the 32.
Yeah, 32, 33-yard line is where he's going to be marked out of bounds. But, man, was he coming around the corner. And
that 32-yard spot looks right to me.
What a play. Offensive line doing a great job of creating an edge. Of course, Sowersby can go, and then he just took advantage and put the Smithson Valley offense in a good spot.
Sowersby again, patient, picks his way forward. Give him 5 more.
The offensive line is really wearing down this Highland Park defense. Bruising runs, running between the tackles.
Trent Amaya already with 4 field goals on the day, well within his range. They would love to finish this drive with a touchdown, though. Second and 5, Spradling following Carvajal. First down and then some. Spradling inside the 20.
Now let's see how I do this one. Verrette doing a fantastic job up at the line of scrimmage, walling off, turning and moving the defensive line.
Carvajal with a good block on Bo Jones as well to spring the QB Spradling. Under 10 to play. Smithson Valley hunting a 2-score lead. Spradling, QB sweep. Gets cuts the corner. Spradling inside the 5. First and goal, Smithson Valley.
Hank Lee not able to catch Cade Spradling. And Daniel Turner also, but not able to get to him in a good enough position, Mike, to take him down and tackle him. Put an arm out there, he'll run right over you and right through it.
That fake to the left to Sowersby, roll out from Spradling on the QB sweep is their money play. That's the play that popped for the game-winning touchdown in the semifinal against Angleton. They ran it for a touchdown in the regional final as well. They run it here to set up first and goal, and Spradling's going to carry again, twisting his way to the 1.
Couple of tough yards he picked up on that play. And that Highland Park defense, they're in a very tough spot. But, man, for them to play as hard as they're doing right now, you see all the hits that went on Spradling before they could get him to the ground. 3 or 4 or 5 guys, defenders, hustling to the football.
Second and goal at the 1. Sowersby in the pistol behind Spradling. He dropped the football. Spradling pounced on it. But a loss of 6 on the play, back to the 7-yard line.
Yeah, Cade Spradling maybe just, ball was a little off to his right side, and he wanted to go left. Created just a little bit more separation. Ball hit the turf. He did the right thing, though. Get on top of it.
He just beat Langdon McMurray to the football to preserve possession for Smithson Valley, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 7. Play action, pop pass, too tall for Preston Baker, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, Highland Park not fooled on that one. That's typically where you'll get a lot of guys to come in and have your big tight end rolling down the middle of the field. Great coverage by Highland Park.
The fumble recovery, though, by Spradling, crucial, because it now at least preserves their opportunity to bring Amaya on for what would be his 5th field goal of the day. If he hits here, he sets a record, and he also gives the Rangers a 2-score lead. From 19, from 24, he missed it wide to the right. No good. It stays a 1-score game.
Now, he had been money so far in this game.
Absolutely stunning. Amaya has been money all day. Scott's still within striking distance.
Time now for our Texas Farm Bureau Insurance game summary.
26-20 our score. Smithson Valley's lead still just a single possession. Trent Amaya still stuck on that tie for a 5A championship record, 4 made field goals. Spradling with a $121. Sowersby with 107 on the ground for Smithson Valley. 123 through the air for Benton Owens. 113 for Cannon Bozeman. Highland Park taking over at their own 20. Lancaster on the ground for a couple to start the possession as Highland Park takes over, still down just 6. Five wides in the pattern. Quick throw far side for Owens and a 1st down for Highland Park. First down, Highland Park. Screen pass, Bozeman. The tunnel broke down on him before it could even develop. Lost about a half a yard. Caleb Piegler blowing it up.
Yeah, that looked really dangerous for Bozeman. 2 head-hunting defenders.
Smart to get down on the turf.
100%.
There is a phrase that is just part of the ethos of the Highland Park football program. Scots find a way. Can they late? Buck Randall taken down. Nothing doing on the quarterback draw. Caleb Barrow takes him down for no gain.
Yeah, Buck Randall ran into Matthew White for the snap. Kind of threw him off, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah, that may not have been a quarterback draw. That may have just been a broken play.
Yeah, defenders, Caleb Barrow also jumping in and making it a really hard play.
3rd and 10. Smithson Valley's crowd getting loud. Greg Worstifer trying to dial up some pressure here. 2 coming up the A block, A gap. They flush him forward in the pocket and they get to Buck Randall. Justin Roberts with the tackle. Randall able to gain a couple, but it's 4th down.
Hudson Woods has had a whale of a game today, and he was the one to put the pressure to force Buck Randall up inside the pocket, and then the rest of the white jerseys on that defense took care of business. Take another look. Hudson Woods chasing him. You got to climb the pocket, and nothing but white shirts.
Hudson Woods had a hand on Buck Randall in a blink. Came free off the edge, beating his man. So Whitaker to punt it away. Past the midway point of this 4th quarter, Randy Allen's going to trust his defense. That punt's way out of bounds. Where are they going to spot this football? Still walking. They're going to spot this ball at the 45. A sideways punt of just 22 yards from Whitaker. And Smithson Valley will take over. 2 games left in the Texas high school football season. South Lake Carroll, Austin Vandegrift coming up in an hour and 15 minutes time. The finish of this game pending. And then the nightcap, North Crowley and Austin Westlake.
What a nice job Tony Salazar has done as at the helm at Austin Westlake.
Those 2 wins in the semifinals, cathartic for both of those programs. Sowersby to the outside. Sowersby's got the corner. To the 30. .25 yards on the hookup, on the run rather, by Sowersby. He's now up to 132 yards on the day on 20 carries. He and Spradling both averaging in excess of 6 yards per carry today. 1st and 10. Bobbled snap. He gets the handoff though to Sowersby. Sowersby into the 2nd level. Another 1st down for the Rangers. 15 more for Sowersby.
Nice job there by Kate Spradling. 6'2" frame. He had to climb it to catch the snap, and then put it in the breadbasket there of Sowersby, and positive play for the Rangers.
We talked about it earlier. Could Smithson Valley run the football on Highland Park? The answer has been a definitive yes. 271 yards. 1st and 10 at the 15. Spradling, QB draw. Oh, if he had kept his feet, he would have scored.
I'm going to give him a that's okay, because he's been playing both sides of the football in a very manly way. So little turf snake maybe got him and maybe tripped over.
Yeah, maybe his own offensive lineman.
Yep.
Ty Knutson will come on for him for at least a play here. On what is 2nd and 4 from the 9-yard line. Sowersby lunges forward for a 1st down. 1st and goal, Smithson Valley.
Yeah, Preston Baker. Good blocking on that right-hand side. Acosta. Aiden Barrett are just dominating at the line of scrimmage.
Spradling back on the field for 1st and goal. Under 4 minutes to play. Any score here from Smithson Valley would make Highland Park face Everest. Spradling to the near side, lowers his shoulder. Cade Spradling is in. Touchdown, Smithson Valley.
It wasn't easy. He got knocked around 2 or 3 times before he got into the end zone or crossed the goal line. Take another look. Good blocking up front.
Yes, he's in.
Yeah.
The second effort from Cade Spradling for his 20th touchdown run of the year. They will go for 2 to try and make it a 14-point lead. 3:39 to play. Try and make it a square 14. Spradling, fake the pitch, stood up. Not even close. Well done by the Scots defense. 4 blue jerseys in the mix. Jack Morris, Bo Jones, Jonathan Boyanovsky, all there to cancel out Spradling and keep it a 12-point game.
Take another look at this run, man. This is just gutting it out. Trying to run the power play. Again, taking shots.
For him to still have anything at the tank at this point, late 4th quarter of the state championship game, the 16th game of his season, and he's played 80 to 85% of the snaps all year long for Smithson Valley, and he's the one who gives them a 2-score lead late.
Well, he's going for the 2-pointer. Defense for the Scots stayed at home, recognized what was going on, and were able to stop it. But then you talk about that touchdown run. What a relief. What a relief for the faithful Smithson Valley fans.
3 minutes and 39 seconds is all that stands between Smithson Valley and their first state championship. Can they finish the job? Amaya's kickoff, fielded at the 6 by Bozeman. Trying to get the corner. Tight ropes his way to the 26. Larry Hill, the head coach of the Smithson Valley Rangers, 324 wins in his career, 9th most in Texas high school football history. The only thing he hasn't done is win a state championship. He can taste it right now. Five wide receivers for Randall. 3.5 minutes to play up the seam. Did he get his hands underneath that one?
Yes, he did.
Cash Nix with the catch over the middle. 1st and 10, Scots at the 46. Wow. They're going to take another look at it.
The previous play is under review.
I'm voting for a yes. I think I have a pretty good vantage point from where we are right now. Oh, it skipped before it got to him.
Did it, though? I think it may have skipped off his hand.
A lot of dust come up there.
You just heard somebody say you saw a lot of dust come up there. This will take a long look from Wayne Elliott.
I revised my my previous position.
Man, it is really close.
Is that the ground or is that his fingers?
That's because he's sliding
Let's
back.
hang on 1 second, because I don't think Wayne Elliott turned his microphone off. Let's listen to him as he goes through this process.
I think it's a catch. There, right there.
It looks like hands under it to me.
Yep. I go back to my original position.
Again, a circumstance where call on the field is going to matter here. Is there enough to overturn it? I don't think you can look at this and definitively say it's not a catch.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I think Wayne Elliott
We'll
finally
see.
turned his microphone off. Tighter look. Man.
That's a catch. That's a catch because
I don't see anything that could overturn it.
The back of his hand is when his fingers are curled is what's throwing up the dust. That's a catch. Okay. Now that we know that, I'd like the referees to just consider moving it along a little bit.
You're a receiver, though. You're always going to think it's a catch, right?
That was my initial. It is a catch.
I think you're right. Listen, I'm a former quarterback myself. I'm always in favor of saying catch rather than incompletion.
Absolutely.
Listen, if nothing else, there's nothing here that would tell me that Wayne Elliott, our crew chief, could look at this and say it's definitively incomplete. So I think you've got to, at the very least, go with the call stands.
Yeah.
After further review, the play stands. There's a catch. First down.
1st and 10, Highland Park at the 45.
One group that's going to be glad that play took so long to review is the defense.
Yeah.
For Smithson Valley. Get a little bit of air because, man, they have been flying around on defense all day long.
Clock back running. 3 timeouts left for Highland Park. Lancaster on the receiving end, bouncing off of tacklers. He's going to have a first down in Ranger territory. Highland Park looking to hurry. 3 minutes even left to play. Randall takes the swing pass. Looking deep downfield, kick to the line of scrimmage and incomplete.
Buck Randall. Look at the pursuit of the defense, Mike. They have been hounding Buck Randall all day long before he threw that pass, and it got blocked. 3 or 4 white jerseys around.
Caleb Piegler, the sophomore, skying to knock it down, and it's 2nd and 10. 2:50 to play for Buck Randall. Pressure in his face. They pick it up well. Fires far side, but too far downfield for Benton Owens. He's calling for a flag. He will not get any longer. Hunter Haug there in coverage.
Yeah, the reason that's not a penalty is because Benton Owens had to turn back around and go downfield to where he could possibly catch that ball.
Third and 10. They send 4. Well protected. Up the seam. Triple coverage. Nearly dropped it in, but it's incomplete for Bozeman. Fourth down for Highland Park.
3 defenders around Bozeman. And he almost had a chance to make a circus catch. But Randall just wasn't able to put enough juice on that long throw.
4th down and 10 for Highland Park. They've got to get to the 34. Randall, pressured, steps forward, fires deep downfield for Olmstead. Over his head and incomplete. Davila there in coverage. Rangers get the stop. There are no flags.
Hudson Woods putting the pressure on Buck Randall. And he has had a whale of a game. Number 92 pushing out, forces him up the pocket again, and then chases him down and a fingernail away from deflecting the pass.
Randall did a great job to even get the pass off in the first place and give Olmstead a chance. But Smithson Valley gets the stop. They take over with 2:28 to play. Highland Park does have all 3 timeouts remaining, so this thing is not over yet. But a first down for Smithson Valley would put it away. Spradling, near side. Jack Morse there to make the tackle. Right at the midfield stripe. Timeout Highland Park. Randy Allen and the Highland Park Scots facing a virtual impossibility. We have seen them pull off magic here on this stage before against Manville, back as part of their three-peat a decade ago. But they have Everest in front of them. And that Highland Park fan tells the story of the mood on the far sideline right now.
Yeah, the charts and all the science leaning towards Larry Hill, the head coach at Smithson Valley. 2 minutes, 22 seconds. You just have to know that he's going to consume as many seconds off the clock. It may just run it out.
Ball security at a premium right now for Cade Spradling. He'll carry near side. He's got the first down. Clock stopped just for a moment as they set the chains, but Highland Park not using, now they will use their second timeout. What a day for Cade Spradling, the senior quarterback. Absolute virtuoso performance. 22 carries, 144 rushing yards. The touchdown here in the fourth to make it a 2-score game. He has been tremendous, and that's to not even mention the impact he has made, Shay, on the defensive side.
And we watched the defensive play of Spradling, and he's running 30, 40 yards down the field, sprinting, making plays, putting pressure on the quarterback, defending wide receivers and tight ends. Just an all-encompassing game for Cade Spradling.
Defensively, Spradling, 5 tackles, a sack, a tackle for loss. Number 18 has been everywhere for this Rangers team. 2:15 on the clock, 1 timeout left for Highland Park. Spradling. Don't expect anybody but number 18 to have the football the rest of the day. Amin El-Amadi there to shove him back after a gain of just a yard. And Randy Allen will use his third and final timeout, 2:09 to play. And Jay, it wasn't just Cade Spradling. What a day for Brad Sowersby, 22 for a $152.
Yeah, the guy's just amazing, averaging 6 yards a carry and 18 touchdowns on the season coming into this game. But the O-line for Smithson Valley dominating, creating run lanes, creating space, and you don't need a lot when you're Brad Sowersby because he doesn't need a lot of room. But in the downfield blocking, sticking with it and dedicating to the run game, I think is what got Smithson Valley where they are right now.
I don't envy the media up in the press box right now having to vote between those two for offensive MVP.
I could do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a feeling which way you're leaning.
I've got my defensive MVP already too.
Yeah, I think you do.
Yeah.
I think you're spot on with that one. Trent Amaya is saying, hey, can they hand out a special teams MVP as well? Because I'd love to take that trophy home.
I just want to talk about Cisco Carvajal.
Yeah.
He has been a man amongst boys blocking.
Yes.
He's not got many runs. He hasn't got any passes thrown to him, but man, he is leading.
He's leading here as Sowersby is canceled out quickly by Jack Morse. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. 2 minutes even on the clock. Randy Allen and the Highland Park coaching staff has done a good job here of managing time and giving themselves a prayer here. If they can get a stop, they can get the football back. I can't imagine that Larry Hill, his nephew Glenn, are going to put the ball in the air here on 3rd down and 10. So they're going to have to pick up a 1st down, likely in the hands of Cade Spradling. He's going to take a little extra time to think about this one. Let it bleed down to 1 second and call timeout. 80 seconds away from a championship for Smithson Valley. A 32-20 lead. Cisco Carvajal. His stats for the year would tell you, he's just a bit player. 4 receptions, 43 yards. Did score 1 touchdown. He is pivotal to what they do time and time and time again. When we would get second looks at plays, he's the one making the key block on the end line.
And he walks up to the line of scrimmage and he spreads the guard from the tight end, fills that gap. I mean, he goes to the line of scrimmage though and says, hey, tapping the guy out on the backside, say, I need you to move out of. I mean, which extends the play. We'll take another look here
at what he does here.
Setting the edge. Yep, he's just dominating, and he's playing against really good front line. We talked about it. Daniel Turner, Amin El Mahadi, and Hank Lee.
Out of the timeout, 3rd and 10. Spradling with the carry. Pushes forward, but will not have anywhere close to the 1st down. Morse and Turner with the tackle. It'll be 4th down and 7, right at the 40. Highland Park out of timeouts. They can bleed it down to about 32 on the game clock before they have to punt it away to Highland Park.
Yeah. Coach Hill's calling him to the sideline, and
honestly, they may just take the delay of game and give themselves 5 more yards to punt it away with the ball at the 40.
That would be certainly in my preference.
Sure enough, no timeout. And get this, that is the very first penalty of the football game. Larry Hill and Randy Allen, 2 of the very best coaches we have ever seen do the job here in Texas. That is coaching. That's the prime example. That's the epitome of what these guys are trying to do. 1 penalty the whole game, and it was an intentionally taken delay of game. Amaya to punt it away. Ben Owens deep to return. He's going to scoop it up at the 2 and try and make something happen, and he can't. Undercut by Blayton Camacho.
Yeah, Coach Hill's pretty fired up about that. Loves it all the way to the end.
Diego Davila there as well, and look at Larry Hill. Boom, he says. 22 seconds away.
He's so dialed into the game. He thinks that's the winning play. but that's him. That is him, man. Well deserved.
Highland Park takes over at their own 2. Down 12. Randall. Far sideline for Owens, out of bounds at the 21. 17 seconds. Randall. Scooping it off the turf is Owens. First down at the 33, 11 seconds. Larry Hill saying that should be winding clock because he was pushed backwards out of bounds. He's got a case. Larry Hill coaching right down to the very nub of this football game. Randall. Up the far sideline into traffic. PK Miller with the interception. Smithson Valley. Larry Hill, your ring is coming home, sir.
You know, Mike, these players for Smithson Valley, they wanted this probably as much as Coach Hill.
They wanted it for Coach Hill.
Man, better way to say it. But, you know, how about the game from Highland Park? Not giving up.
No doubt, no doubt. Tremendous.
Till the last second.
But I talked with the athletic director from Smithson Valley earlier today, Brian Martinez, and he said this is something the community wants for Larry Hill. He said a lot of these kids from Smithson Valley, their fathers played for Larry Hill. It means something to all of Smithson Valley. And the title is coming home with Larry Hill, 32-20. The Rangers, finally champions. Great friends, tremendous respect for one another. Randy Allen didn't want to see it come at his own expense, but I know he wanted one day for Larry Hill to win a state championship. It's bittersweet for Randy Allen that it comes this way, but nobody deserves it more than Larry Hill.
And the thing that these two coaches to say to each other is the best team today won.
No doubt about it. Austin Ivan down on the sideline with the man of the hour.
Congratulations, Coach. 32 years you have been the head coach at Smithson Valley. You tell everyone you don't have a ring to show for it, though. Now you do. Why was this the group that was able to make that happen?
You know, it's hard to say. You know, we've been so close other times and weren't able to get it done for one reason or another. But this group, it's hard to describe. You know, there are not a lot of wow guys. You know, we didn't sign anybody a couple of weeks ago. They don't really lead the state or even the area in any statistical category except one. They lead it in state championships one. They're the leader in that.
Coach, you told me all you've wanted to do your whole life is make your dad proud. Watching from above, I know he is proud of you right now. What kind of impact has he made on your coaching career?
Well, I always wanted to be my dad. I'm not able to do it. Not good enough to do it. But him and Mom, we've lost them both in the last couple of years. I appreciate Mr. Jones leaving the window over there so they can peek in tonight, and I know they're proud.
Hey, what would you think they were thinking about this game and the way it finished out?
Well, Mama got pretty high strung back in the day, but I don't know. You know, I'm just so proud of Smithson Valley. Our coaches, our players, our administration, our central office administration, our athletic administration. It takes a lot to get this done, and I work in a very unique, special place, and I don't take it for granted. It's the best there is.
You embraced with Randy Allen after this one. What did you share with him?
Well, some of that's private, but there's no one in the world that I respect more than Randy Allen. I wanted him to lose today. It's like he wanted me to lose, but he's one of he's on Mount Rushmore, you know, in high school football coaches. And so to be able to win on this stage against a high-caliber team coached by Randy Allen makes it very special.
Well, you're going on Mount Rushmore yourself, Coach. Congratulations. An unbelievable moment. Go celebrate with your team.
Okay, thank you very much.
Austin, thanks. Carter Yates from Dave Campbell's Texas Football did the story on Larry Hill earlier this week about whether or not not winning a state championship aided him. If it aided him at all, he said, you mean things like not being able to sleep, waking up in a sweat, or that gnawing voice in the back of your head that says you're not good enough? Yeah, never happens. Coach, it doesn't need to happen anymore. You can get rid of that gnawing voice in the back of your head. Absolutely good enough. 325 wins now in his career and a state champion. And I guarantee you, Glenn Sr. says he's good enough to be just like him as well. Incredible, incredible football game.
It's time for our Jack-in-the-Box players of the game.
There's a couple options here. We went with both of them. Cade Spradling and Brad Sowersby. Look at those numbers. Between the two of them alone, 299 rushing yards. The 2 touchdown runs. Spradling had a touchdown run and a touchdown pass, excuse me, but it was on the ground that they did their damage today. 297 as a team, but 299 for these 2 young men.
And it wasn't a lot of flash and dash. They had a hard time getting past the line of scrimmage sometimes, but they still stuck their nose into the defense. And a great defense for Highland Park all season long. And they're making the plays and softening them up and then breaking it every once in a while. Just a great effort by that offensive line and defensive line. Both lines for Smithson Valley were just crazy dominant today in this game.
I don't think a lot of people would have predicted that before the game.
Well, you're going against the winningest coach in high school football.
Yeah.
And you're going with the history of Highland Park. And they have a history to be proud of. And they represented their team today extremely well.
Anders Korn and Jack Morse, the senior linebackers, sharing a moment of pain, frankly, but they did have a remarkable season. They'll finish 14-2 for their head coach, Randy Allen. In all the time that Randy Allen has been at Highland Park, he has never had a season where he's lost more than 2 games. He's never lost more than 1 regular season game.
Okay, thank you for saying that. Can we praise him a little bit more on it?
Yeah.
They've only lost 3 home games at Highland Park since Randy Allen has been there?
Yep. And 2 of them
I don't see how
out-of-state
that's
teams. Yeah, one of them this year against Cherry Creek out of Colorado. Man. 2 of them to out-of-state teams, and he joked with us this week. He said, that's just bad scheduling by the head coach.
Oh, man, now you know why they named the field after him.
Yeah, one of the absolute legends. It's been rare for him to come up short at this stage. The three-peat, 2016, 2017, 2018. They won the title with Matthew Stafford back in 2005. But today is Smithson Valley's day. It's Larry Hill's day. It's Cade Spradling's day.
By Nike to both the offensive and defensive MVPs of the game. At this time, we direct our attention to the center of the field for the presentation of the MVP awards. The defensive player of the game for the Conference 5A Division I Football State Championship, as selected by the media, from Smithson Valley High School, number 4, Julian Kalunga.
Kalunga with the pick 6. I think you thought it was going to be
Hudson Woods
big
was my
number
guy.
92, Hudson Woods.
Yes, but he had a whale of a game pressuring Buck Randall all day long.
I will say the pick 6 by Kalunga is what changed the tenor of the football game. Early on, it felt very heavily Highland Park. That flipped the tenor of the entire building.
It was a big play in this game as far as momentum goes. Both guys worthy of the MVP.
No doubt. No doubt. Smithson Valley is proud of Larry Hill, and for good reason. I think they had to find Julian Kalunga to hand off the trophy. Celebrating with his teammates. I don't think he heard the initial announcement. His pick six late in that first quarter made it 14-13. How about the offensive MVP? Any guesses?
And now for the offensive player of the game for the 5A Division I Football State Championship, as selected by the media, from Smithson Valley High School, number 18, Cade Spradling.
Nobody happier than Larry Hill. Cade Spradling played running back in the state championship game a year ago because they had to have him play that position. Brad Sowersby broke his collarbone in the semifinal. This year, the QB, the linebacker, and the offensive MVP.
Look at his right hand. Oh, bloody, and you know that's not many quarterbacks like to have that happen to him.
The Highland Park Scots, runners-up here in 2024.
And now for the runner-up trophy, completed the season with a 14-2 record. The Scots of Highland Park High School have represented their school with pride. Coach Randy Allen will now accept the state finalist trophy. We congratulate the Scots of Highland Park High School for an outstanding season.
Tremendous season for Highland Park, but it's Smithson Valley's day.
At this time, we would like to recognize the 5A Division I Football State Champs, the Rangers of Smithson Valley High School. With a record of 14-2, Coach Larry Hill and his team have achieved the goal of becoming Texas High School State Champs.
What a moment for Larry Hill and the Smithson Valley Rangers. Their 5th time here in the title game. Lost a heartbreaker in overtime against Denton Ryan early this century. Lost a heartbreaker on a final second field goal from South Lake Carroll early in this century. 2 other trips to the championship game. Finally here in their 5th time playing for a title. The trophy is coming home. What a season for Smithson Valley. They will finish 14-2 on the year. State champs in 5A Division I, 32-20, our final score. Coming up next, Aaron Hardigan, Ashley Pickle, Greg Tepper, Coach Purcell getting you ready for the rest of the afternoon. South Lake Carroll, Austin Vandegrift in the 6A Division II final. Coming up, for Austin Ivan and Shay Walker and our terrific crew, I'm Mike Leslie. Smithson Valley, your state champs.